Hey guys, Metal Jesus here, and I'm back again with Rock Reggie.
What's up, buddy? And today, as you know, another awesome pickups video. Are you ready, man?
Dude, the pickups never stop.
That's right, man. They never stop. They're gonna keep going. Let's get into it.
Dude, it is hot in Seattle.
It is. I should take this coat off, but maybe I'll stick it out. But yeah, it's pretty hot, so we're gonna try to get this video a little sooner than the other ones.
The door's open, and I'm sweating, and my allergies are freaking out. So, but do you mind if I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay, all right. A game I have been looking for quite a while. Surprised I didn't already have it in my collection. I should have. And that is the original King's Quest 1.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah, the classic Sierra original game. So I had tons of chances to pick this up while I worked there, and for whatever reason, I just never did. Now, this is not the original. That came out like on the PC Junior, but this is the one that most people remember, myself included.
Well, you probably didn't pick it up back then because it was like all over the place. I figured I'll get it whenever. Right?
That's with so many games when I was working there. They were everywhere, and you just take what you wanted. And then, of course, now I'm kicking myself that there are some really collectible games out there that I still don't have. But this one was really nice to get. It walked into another castle, big collector that traded in a bunch of Sierra games, actually.
Nice, dude, nice.
And I saw this there. This is the floppy disk version. It's the 3 1/4 or 5 1/4, 3.5 inch. It's
something like that.
Yeah, the different formats of floppy has all the paperwork. So I'm very happy to have that.
Awesome, dude. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm kind of debating what I want to show here first, but I guess I'll go ahead with this one. I was trying to remember how to pronounce the game. Dor
Durggoni?
Yeah.
I can't pronounce it either.
I was messing up. It's a French game. But this game is pretty much one of those cozy games where you play as a girl who's trying to remember her memories of the past when she visited her grandmother. And there's some mystery there. It's a really chill game. The game looks like a water painting, so it's really beautiful to look at. From coming back from playing like action and horror games, it's nice to come back and play something like relaxing like this. Now, this collector's edition has a lot of stuff with it. It even comes with a vinyl.
Oh, okay. I recognize the size of the box.
Yeah, I know, right? So,
interesting.
Very cool. And Pixel Love is the one that published this game. So they made the physical copies of it. So
I think I have heard of this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just I love how they're able to pick out certain games to make physical, and once they do it, they make it really nice. But the game is just really cool. Lots of stuff to do, and like I said, looking like a water painting. I think that's like a really amazing. So a very cool game that I think you guys should check out. It's also available on the Switch as well. So for you Switch guys, if you get a Switch 2, you can play on your Switch 2.
Okay. All right. Next up for me is a limited run order that I put back in October of last year. I think a lot of people did at the time, and that is the Castlevania Dominus collection. So these are the 3 DS games, Castlevania DS games that came out,
as well as a remake of the arcade Castlevania game, which was a total surprise to everybody. They're like, yes,
yeah, exactly. So had that on pre-order forever, and basically, and if I remember right, you could choose the cover.
Yes, you can. This would probably be the cover I would go with. So you chose the
I chose correctly.
Yeah. Well, Portrait of Ruins cover looks good too, so I might get that one. But very cool, man. These are great Castlevania games. I mean, if you like the Metroidvania type stuff, I mean, these Castlevania games are top tier. My favorite is Portrait of Ruin because you have the 2 characters you can switch between. But all the games on this collection are great. So if you guys see this one out there, make sure you pick it up.
Yeah, so I picked it up because I did not play the DS games.
At all. So
not at all. So they're going to be brand new for me. So when this was announced, I was like, that's why I pre-ordered. I'm like, okay, that sounds pretty sweet. So, and like you said, the bonus of the arcade version on there, revisited, sounds pretty awesome. So
awesome, man, awesome. Okay, so next game I got here, I did get the Messenger. PS5 and Switch. This comes with the DLC on the cart and disc. Even though the DLC I found out was free a long time ago, I guess they wanted to reprint this game because a lot of people it was in demand. So the Messenger is a game that's I I want to say it's like a spiritual successor to the Ninja Gaiden games, but it's not as hard as those games. Maybe some people would consider these harder. I'm not really sure. I was having a good time with them. I did get stuck at one point that I'm trying to get past, but I'm having a good time playing it, and I think a lot of old school players, and even newcomers, will enjoy this game because there's a lot of funny comedy to this game. The game doesn't hold your hand, but it's not too, crazy difficult in my opinion. But yeah, you guys let us know in the comments. Have you played the messages?
I have not, but coming up later in this video, we'll talk about another game that is related to that I have played.
Right on. Okay, cool.
And then lately, I've been hanging out more and more on Whatnot and just jumping into random, sellers and
nice. Place the vid. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and a dude the other day was running dollar games.
Oh,
and it was completely like you had no idea what he was going to show, and so I jumped in there and I actually just bought a couple games for $1 or $2.
Okay.
And games I did not have that. So Steep on the Xbox One, Battlefield 4. And you're probably like, why did you get this Toy Story Mania game? And when he opened it up on camera, it's got a 3D glasses in there. So it's got like this kind of gimmicky 3D aspect to it.
Very cool, very cool.
For $1, I had to jump on this. I was like, okay, I'll take a chance on this one.
Yeah, good stuff. And Battlefield 4, I really enjoyed the story in this game, but I want to ask you guys, like, who did you choose in the ending? Because the ending was a little bit like something else for me. I'm like, man, what the heck? But I would like to know who you guys chose that beat the game.
I like the Battlefield games.
Yeah, the story mode is fun. Battlefield 3 was freaking awesome.
Battlefield 2 was really good as well.
Yep.
So yeah,
exactly. A good alternative if you guys aren't like Call of Duty like fan not fanboys.
You want a military shooter, but you want a story and all that sort of stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, Battlefield 4. Good pick on that one.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Which leads into the sponsor of this video, Whatnot.
You guys know that I love buying games at local game stores or expos and conventions, but I get it, not everybody has that kind of access where they live. And truthfully, even here, I don't always find what I'm after. So sometimes I take the hunt online. That's where an app like Whatnot comes in handy. It's a live streaming platform where people buy, sell, and auction just about anything. For collectors and gamers, it's an awesome place to score deals on video games, both retro and modern, as well as all kinds of other cool stuff. Sure, you guys know I'm all about video games, but I also collect vinyl records and the occasional action figure. The cool thing is, Whatnot has all of that and much more. The marketplace is huge and buzzing almost 24/7 with live streams and auctions. If you're a seller, that's good news. You'll have access to thousands of active buyers ready to snag what you're offering. In fact, the average seller on Whatnot pulls in about $25,000 a year. And, that's 10 times more the transactions than most other peer-to-peer platforms. And here's a special bonus for Metal Jesus viewers. When you download the Whatnot app using my link, you'll get $20 to spend anywhere on the app. Normally they offer $15, but for my audience, they're kicking that up to $20. That credit gets automatically added to your wallet and applies at checkout, so it's super easy. Just a heads up though, this offer is only available for a limited time, so you don't want to wait too long to jump on it. Whether you're into video games, music, sneakers, toys, jewelry, or pretty much anything else that's collectible, Whatnot is absolutely worth checking out. And a huge thanks to them for sponsoring this video.
Alright, so my next game here, something a lot of you guys probably haven't heard of. This is called The Last Time I Saw You. This is about a boy in a town that's going through like a typhoon, about to have a typhoon. And there's a curse going on, and dealing with a typhoon problem. But there's a girl he keeps seeing in his dreams, and that's the mystery of this game. It's another one of those cozy games. It's like you help people with little side quests and things like that, and you progress the story by doing like errands for people. It's a really chill game, another cozy game.
I've never heard that term cozy before, but I get what you mean. It's
like a relaxing game where you just kind of like chill and everything like that. Like nothing too crazy going on, not too many crazy controls and stuff like that. But cozy is a thing.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, Abzu and Journey are this type of cozy, I assume, are kind of cozy games.
Yeah, because they're kind of like just straightforward. You're just enjoying the environment and stuff like that. Yeah, so definitely cool.
That's cool. I like that these kind of games are getting made because not everything needs to be a shooter or some sort of hardcore game that you... Yeah, there are times, absolutely, when you just want to chill out and get cozy on the couch.
There you go.
That's pretty funny, dude. Now, you mentioned The Messenger, and I've been playing a game that is technically in the same universe, and that is Sea of Stars.
Oh, nice. I didn't know they were connected like that.
Yeah, I read that actually online, and I was kind of blown away as well, because this is a completely different game to that, where this is a retro-inspired RPG. But I absolutely love this game. It was so much fun. Yeah. You know, these type of games, when you go back and you try, you know, to play them today, they can feel a little grindy, or, you know, you can get burned out on it.
Right.
That was the opposite for me on this. I absolutely got addicted to the really cool characters. The combat system is incredibly addictive because it happens on...
It's got a little action thing to it, like how it's not just turn-based. You can actually like hit enemies like repeated times.
Yeah, it's very much like our Mario RPG or the Mario RPG. Where there's a timing element to it. I mean, the combat system in this is actually pretty complex, and so I could spend an entire video on it. But dude, I was addicted to this game. I loved it.
Right on. So, how many hours did it take you to probably beat it?
I finished it with an ending I'm comfortable with at about 28 to 30 hours. However, there is a true ending that you can, essentially, to get the true ending, you have to kind of complete every single aspect of the entire game. Which is actually something I'm tempted to kind of go back and do. I know what the true ending is. Either way, this game's incredibly satisfying. Like I said, I loved it from beginning to end. I was addicted to it.
I'm about 4 hours into it, so I'll probably finish it pretty soon. Then.
Yeah, dude, there's a couple story beats in this, so I'm not going to do any spoilers, where I was actually... I had a single man tier going on.
Really?
Single man tier. Yeah, if you played this game, you know what I'm talking about.
It hit the feelings. Okay.
It hit the feels, dude.
all right. Sea of Stars. Yeah. Okay, so next one here, I'm pretty sure all you guys know, Capcom Fighting Collection. Man, this game is such a blessing that we're getting these games to come back from modern consoles. Has one of my favorite games on here, Power Stone Part 2. I love that game so much, and you can play online. And that was the first game I played online when I got this, and like, people were online playing. I had matches. It was going great. I lost all the matches because everybody was better than me, but I was still having a great time. And then I love this because Capcom vs. SNK Part 2, I remember having the PS2 version. I remember the bosses not being unlocked. I think you had to unlock them, but in this, the bosses are already unlocked. So I was like, yes, perfect.
Interesting.
But definitely great games. Even Capcom vs. SNK Part 1, you know, I love that game. That game has such great music. Even though I hate the ratio system, which is annoying because you can only choose powerful characters are in a tier, and then a certain tier, and other characters are in a weaker tier, so you can only choose. It's weird how you choose characters in that game, but a lot of great games in here. Everybody's going to be probably pumped up for Project Justice, even though I'm not a total fan of it because the game is pretty tough. But Power Stone is
amazing. I love those games.
It's so much fun. So definitely a great collection to have. And if you get the physical, it comes with a comic book inside. So
I see that. That's cool. Okay, all right. Well, next up for me, something completely different from that. So you guys know I love Hero on the Atari 2600. It's my all-time favorite game on that system. And somebody messaged me, he's like, do you know that the guy who created that did a modern kind of spiritual sequel to it? I was like, what? Really? He did? And he did a physical version of it, and this is what it is. It's called Alien Abduction. And I suspect the reason why he didn't call it Heroes because he probably just doesn't have, the rights to the name. However, this is 100% very much like Hero, that game. So it runs on the Atari 2600. Got a physical cartridge with this, and it plays very similar to that. It has a new mechanic though to it that takes a little bit of getting used to, because in Hero, when you have a jetpack, when you just basically stop pushing up, your character falls. In this one, you can actually control the surfaces that your character is on. It's a subtle thing that they did in this game, but it actually changes it quite a bit. And it's fantastic. So I was happy to get this. Right on. And you're able to get it off of Amazon, of all places.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, heck yeah, man.
Yeah, so I was very happy. So
right on, man.
A new Atari game.
Let's see what I got here next. I have here Mad Max, the PlayStation 4.
Dude, did you just pick this up recently?
I picked up about 2 months ago.
It's so good, isn't it?
It is, man. I was like, oh my god, dude, I couldn't believe how good this game was so far. Yes. I'm having a great time with it, because I'm a fan of the movies.
Oh, yeah.
Mel Gibson, you want to get out of here?
I've got a poster tacked up right over there. Actually.
Yeah, noticed that. Wow, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game needs more love, because I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, man. Yeah. Freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Stuff you could do, it's just like...
It's an open world game.
in the Mad Max universe.
Yeah, and there's different regions that you basically are trying to gain control of, and it's just fun as heck.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Upgrading your car. Yeah.
Well, the game kind of like messed with you in the beginning because you have the car in the beginning. And
Yes.
I was like, yes, dude, we're gonna start off in this chase. Your car gets jacked, and
Yeah.
it's like, dude, you gotta get another
Yeah,
one.
you gotta
That's why
build it back up. Yeah.
Yeah, but the building back up is fine. But I just was hoping I'd get to like drive it a little bit in the beginning, because it's freaking cool.
It's like Metroid whenever they take away your powers.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, for
exactly.
sure. Yeah.
But man, you the stuff you do in this game is just freaking awesome. So I definitely, guys, pick it up. You'll have a great time with it, especially if you're a Mad Max fan.
Oh yeah, I have this on my Steam Deck, and it's one of those games that I'll fire up and just jump into. And
right on, man.
Yeah, that's cool. You got that. I know, and nobody talks about it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
All right, next up for me is another kind of lesser known game. Not quite at that quality, but it's called Outcast: A New Beginning. So Outcast came out, probably 25 years ago or something like that, or I don't know. It came out on, I believe, on the Dreamcast. I could be wrong, and the PC. But basically, this is kind of like it's an open world, third person, action adventure game.
Okay.
It's not perfect, but it's better than I expected it to be.
Right, so they put a good effort into it to make it like something, like try to make it
Yeah,
stand out.
and the reason why I picked it up, honestly, is because there was a free demo to try, and I tried it, and I was like, oh, well, this is actually pretty fun. So, and it's got a lot of humor to it, because basically you are this human that is on this planet, and all of the NPCs are way wackier and have more personality than you would ever expect,
really?
Which keeps me playing, because I'm like, okay,
I gotta. People were gonna say,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a fun game. You guys have seen the graphics here. Again, for a smaller independent game, it's surprisingly quality. So I think if people can pick it up for, $10, $20,
So it's around that price?
I think I believe I got this used, and yeah, it was cheap.
Okay, I'm gonna look forward to, because this looks like it'd be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And not a lot of people talk about it.
Okay, cool, good stuff. Next one I got here, Monster Hunter Wilds.
You got a Monster Hunter game.
Yeah. So my buddy Joel from Media Glitch, he's a big Monster Hunter fan. So I said, you know what, man? When a new game comes out, I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
It's been a great experience. So the whole story mode in this game is like told through the prologue. So the game really doesn't start until after you get through the prologue. And the prologue, from when I'm playing, it's like you spend some time into it. Learning mechanics and all that stuff, fighting monsters, teaming up with friends and all that stuff. It's been a great time. The game looks great. What they're doing with the Resident Evil engine is amazing.
It's a Resident Evil engine.
Yeah, that's what they use for this game.
Oh, that's cool.
At least I believe. You guys let me know if I'm wrong.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's a Resident Evil engine, because they use that for everything now. But it's an amazing game, man. Like no load times. It just seems like it's seamless.
You love doing online co-op games, and so this does seem like it'd be perfect for you.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's great, man. So.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, Kelsey has been trying to get me. Well, she mentions that every time that there's a new one out, that we're all going to jump online that weekend. This never quite works out, but I'm glad you checked it out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's cool. All right, next up for me, I'm gonna bust this sucker out. So, this is a Battle Garegga?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So basically, this is like the collector's version of this game.
I remember that.
Yeah, and so this is a bullet hell style shooter. It originally came out in the arcades, and then it was exclusive to the Saturn. And
this one is not typically like a type of bullet time. Like, it's more of a shoot 'em up. Like, it's pretty fair.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's funny because sometimes people will call it bullet hell, but you're right though. It doesn't necessarily fill the screen with bullets.
Dude, but this is like awesome, man.
Look so I wanted that because of the vinyl. To be honest with you.
Okay. Well, good. Yeah.
Yeah, and so. Limited Run did this, since I picked this up at Pink Gorilla. Someone had traded this in, but yeah, it comes with a Saturn,
like if it came out on Saturn, that's
Saturn,
nice. And the game, of course, on PS4.
Yeah, and it's got a bunch of arcade specific stuff down there.
That
as
is
well.
really cool, man. Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, so it's a total kind of celebration of this game.
Yeah.
And like I said, I just got it. So
yeah, the Saturn had a bunch of shoot 'em ups that didn't come out to America. So now that's finally happened over the years, thanks to companies like Limited Run and a few others. So man, very very cool. Because I hear nothing but good things about this game from people.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing it more for sure. So
all right, so my next game here is I have CT Special Forces Collector's Edition by Project Retro Games. So
okay.
A lot of people haven't heard of CT Special Forces games. They are action adventure games that play like a little bit like Metal Slug.
Yeah, kind of running guns.
Yeah, so Project Retro did a collector's that collection of them with all 3 games on there, plus the soundtrack for them. So,
You're the one that introduced me to these games. We might have did like a Hidden Gems video like
I think
years
we did,
ago.
because they came out on the Game Boy Advance, and then there was the PS1 versions that we found, the European versions of them. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so we got those. So, I think these are hidden gems. So just trying to put them out to people. But yeah, Project Retro Games is putting these out, and I think they're freaking awesome.
Wow, that's cool. I do like those games. All right, this next one is weird. It was sent to me. That full disclosure, I was like, "Are you sure you want to kind of send this to me?" They're like, "Yeah, check it out, see what you think. You're a retro gaming channel, maybe you'll dig it." So this is the Farming Simulator, the 16-bit edition for the Sega Genesis.
Wow.
Now, I am not the demographic for this. I know people love these kind of farming simulators, and I tried this. I just kind of want to mention here because it is what I find interesting about this is that they took a pretty popular franchise or niche franchise in a because these typically come out on the PlayStation 4, a Switch. And for whatever reason, they decided to do an old school 16-bit edition of this.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, and essentially, it's exactly what it sounds like. I played a little bit of it because I don't really know, what I'm doing necessarily. But yeah, you plow the field and you plant stuff, and you also have to upgrade your equipment and kind of deal with all the management side of things.
Do you have like weather change in the game too as well? Like, does that happen?
Maybe, I don't know. Okay. All I know is when I played it, my crops kind of just grew automatically, so it's not like in real time in any way. But I just thought I'd point it out. Maybe some of you out there are looking for this wacky game on your Genesis or Mega Drive.
Yeah, there you go. Cool, man.
I felt so weird, kind of like, okay, I'll check it out.
So my next game here, this is Out Resurfaced. I think this is a sequel to an older game that came out on the Amiga back in the day.
Oh, yeah, you showed me the...
Yeah, so it's a shoot 'em up, but I was having a tough time with it. Now this is put out by NN Games, and I think they're kind of like similar to like Strictly Limited, but I believe this is like their first or second game, and I was having a good time, and it looks good. But the thing with this game, it keeps you on your toes because from what I've seen, you only have one life, and I'm guessing like you get power ups later on that really like keep you laced up. But I couldn't get past the first level, unfortunately. I'm still stuck on the first level. I kept getting killed,
which is amazing because we don't suck at shooters.
Yeah.
I mean, we're okay.
Yeah, but this one just kind of like I gotta step it up a bit. So but you do get power ups, which I haven't unlocked yet, and it had this weird menu in the beginning of the game.
That's what threw me because it has a trainer menu as though a crack team had because back in the day on the Commodore and the Amiga and stuff like that. Hackers would crack games and they would put their like trainer scene at the beginning of a game,
Okay.
Yeah, so this has that.
This has that. It was all locked, but it was there. And I was like, what kind of menu is this? So I just get past it. Like, cool. But yeah, it's a cool game. Just got to get better. I wish I could show you more footage, but I got killed. So
I wonder if it maybe does 2-player. Maybe we can take it on together. So
yeah, right on.
Okay, next up is another totally random game I picked up just because it was a racing game. I was like, I'll try this game. That is Blaze Axel City Racers.
Axel City Racers.
Yeah. I think this might be based on a cartoon series or something like that. Basically, it's just kind of like a kart racing game. I'm not going to try to hype this game at all because essentially it's designed for children.
Okay.
I had to crank up the difficulty to the max
just to get a challenge.
Just to get the challenge, and I beat it my first time I sat down at it.
Nice.
It's just fun enough. It's super cheap. I think the reason why I kind of want to mention this is because it's easy achievements.
Okay.
Easy achievements. So, and like I said, you get it for like a couple bucks or two. So, not a terrible game, but again, as an adult, you're going to want to crank the difficulty up. If you have small children, this might be perfect for you.
Perfect. Right on.
Yeah.
Good pickup, man. All right. So next game here, I got Ys Oath of Felghana for PS5 system. This is the third Ys game. This is a remake of it. And this remake is, I believe it's the PC port or the one on the PSP. If you guys, they're both the same. But this is a more upscaled one.
Okay.
Comes with soundtrack and a bunch of extra stuff. And I actually never have beat this version of the game. My buddy Joel, this is his favorite Ys game, and I'm seeing why so far. I'm stuck at one of the bosses, the lava dragon boss right now. He's beating me up, but so far I'm having a good time with this game, and I love how they changed, because these games were back in the day when they first started. They were known for the bump combat. I'm glad they changed it to this type of combat for the newer games, the hack and slash. So it's great, man. And the Ys games are just something special, and I hope to really put the word out. I think the guy that put the Ys games on out there for people to know about them was Johnny Millennium.
100%. I think that's where I first started.
Number one Ys fan. So I jumped on the series because of him and Joel. Yeah. And it's been an amazing time. So check this game out. You should see it out there.
That's cool. All right, next up for me, another kind of blind buy. So I've been trying to collect all the physical PlayStation VR2 games, just because there's not that many of them, and to be quite honest, it's like I think in the future they're going to be hard to find,
right?
And so I saw this one here, and I was like, I'll pick this one up. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2. So essentially, first of all, full disclosure, I don't know very much about Five Nights at Freddy at all, and however, this is actually kind of a fun VR mini game.
Yeah, the Five Nights at Freddy, it kind of goes off of the horror of the animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese. So that's kind of how they they're totally creepy. And what's fun about this game is, so it has a bunch of these mini games, and in several of them, you're kind of being stalked or chased as while you're trying to do the mini game. Like you're trying to repair something, and and then you have to like shine your flashlight to make sure that it keeps away. Moving, and so just a really fun kind of creepy VR game. So I was enjoying this quite a bit. Well, I keep thinking about VR games. They have a horror VR game like this. What if they made a Silent Hill one like that?
I'd poop my pants.
Yeah, dude, that might actually cause someone to have a heart attack, being so scared. But
you know what? To be honest, I actually kind of have a hard time with scary VR games. Like
it's too.
I can watch movies. I can watch the worst scary movies by far, and I'm fine because there's distance between me and the television and the terror. But in VR, I will get freaked out over just stupid jump scares because I'm just so invested in the VR. So I have to be careful because Resident Evil 7, I had the VR option, and even though that was over there was parts of it where I was just like, oh my god, my heart's pounding. I was freaking out,
dude. I haven't even played it VR yet. I have to try it one of these days.
We should do that because I don't know, man. It's like I might have a heart attack or something.
All right, so my next game here. Well, speaking of horror, I don't think I showed this on the channel before, but this is Silent Hill 2 for the Dreamcast.
Oh, interesting.
Beats of Rage version. So you ever wanted to go to Silent Hill and you were too scared to play it in 3D? You could play as a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So part of the Beats of Rage, like an engine, and it goes through the Silent Hill story. You hit James, Harry, all the characters, even Eddie will team up with you, and sometimes even Pyramid Head will join you for battle, even though you have to fight against them. Yeah, but you go through a lot of the bosses in the game, and it's pretty crazy.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Yeah, man. So I got this from Nights into Dreams on Instagram. I don't know. He changes his name sometimes, so it's like Nights into Dreams or Nights Dreams Repo. I can't remember the changes, but you can find it on there from him. He has it. So he put that together, and he did a good job with how making it look like really nice. So,
so it's kind of like a ROM hack or
I guess you could say like it's a hack of I don't know. Say ROM hack.
Interesting. All right, dude. Next up, something just really quick here. I've been on a Cyberpunk kick, and because of that, I've been trying to find some of the Cyberpunk collectibles, and so I picked this up when we were down in Phoenix. One of the vendors had it. So this is the Cyberpunk Hot Wheel. Hot Wheels does special editions of the DeLorean from Back to the Future and stuff
like Porsche, man.
And so they have the Porsche. The Porsche is a pretty cool part of the game. I love Porsches as cars, so I just picked this up and just kind of want to show it. So something a little cool. Yeah, Cyberpunk's got his hooks in me.
Yeah.
It does.
Next game here is the Beyond the Ice Palace Part 2.
What?
Yeah, so they made a sequel to it. So Pixel Heart, they're knocking out a lot of games. I think they wanted to kind of choose an IP of a game that was kind of not really popular anymore.
Yeah.
So they say, let's make a sequel to this. And so far in the game, I'm about 2 hours in, it plays like I don't want to say like a Metroidvania totally, because I don't know if you can go back to every environment all the time, but it plays in that style, which is really nice. Like upgrading your weapons, fighting bosses, like talking with people, finding out obviously where you need to go. It has a really I don't want to say it has a real Castlevania feel to it, because the backgrounds, like seeing castles and stuff like that, and just like your whole chain weapon is really cool. Cause
kind of
like,
medieval, like.
Yeah. It's definitely like something that's that I feel like it'll go under people's radar. So I want to get the word out about it yet. I'm gonna go through it because I think it'll take me probably around 10 hours to beat it. So I have more idea, but yeah, it's a good game that I think people should check out. It's only like $30. Of course, I had to get the Switch version too. So
on the go,
yeah, on the go, man.
All right, dude. Next up, something different here. 8-Bit Do. They are making retro NES inspired. They've been making a bunch of accessories for computers for quite a while that are kind of retro inspired. And this was a mouse. They sent this to me, and at first I was like, I don't know if I, However, this is my daily driver.
Yeah.
It's so funny that they sent this because I just happened to need a new mouse, and I was like, I'll give this one a try. It seems kind of gimmicky. This is a fantastic mouse. This is a fantastic mouse. I was
really,
I was really surprised. Like I said, I'm using it every day.
Oh, so you retired your regular mouse for this one? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I had an older mouse that was just kind of, I'd just been using it for years and years and years, and I was, I'd complain about it, and this one showed up, and basically, as you see there, it's kind of got the NES colors and stuff like that. And the reason why it looks like that is because it has a docking station, so it's rechargeable. So whenever you're not using it, you can basically, put it on there and have it ready to go. It's got a couple programmable buttons and everything, and it's
right on.
Yeah, I know. I was like really surprised. I mean, I shouldn't be, because 8-Bit Do, they do make really great stuff. I mean, to be legitimately, their third-party controllers are all excellent.
Right on, dude.
And they make also like an NES-inspired keyboard and stuff like that.
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, nice, dude.
Yeah, fits my
Well, I was looking at something like this. Cool, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Heck yeah. All right, so next game I got here is Pocket Bravery. I had this game pre-ordered for like 2 or 3 years on Amazon, and it kept getting canceled because they didn't know when the game was going to come out. And then one day I was scrolling through Amazon, and it said, "Oh yeah, it ships out next day." I'm like, "What? When did it come out finally?" So this game will remind you of games like Pocket Fighter. What's another fighting game I'm thinking of right now?
You're talking about the Neo Geo Pocket thing, right?
That could be compared to it too, by the way the characters look. But Pocket Fighter by Capcom as well. But this game is really fun. I do want to put out a warning though. The PS4 version of the game has a weird pause in the load times between fights. But when I upgraded to the PS5 version on my PS5, it plays fine. So switching PS5 version play fine. There's a little bit of a pause on the PS4 like between battles.
Almost like it crashed or
it looked like it crashed, but it's like kind of like maybe the game wasn't optimized properly like before. I don't know. Maybe they could fix it through a patch, but I just want to put that out there for people, because that annoyed me. I was like, what the heck? I'm ready to fight. But once you get into the fights, the game looks great. As you defeat characters, the backgrounds will change into like the evening and the night and stuff. So it's pretty cool how it changes up. It's a fun game. I was getting beat up pretty hard at first, but I eventually caught on, and of course I pull out the super special move to make it look good. So yeah, definitely something that you guys will like.
All right, nice. Next up for me, I'm gonna go with a game that you gave me. You gave me this back in Phoenix.
That's right.
Yeah, so Triggerheart
Exelica or something like that.
Yeah, so I haven't had a chance to play this very much, but I know that it's supposedly a really good
Yeah, so originally it came out, I think, as a physical on Dreamcast. And then years ago in the Pickles video, I brought it here, or when was it Hidden Gems? I can't remember, but I had the PS2 Collector's Edition version of this game.
Yeah, okay, because I knew it sounded familiar.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It has like there's this catch. You grab your enemies and you can toss them back at each other. That's one of the mechanics in this game, besides shooting and using bombs. But definitely, I'm happy you had this. And Red Art is the one.
Well, I have it because of you.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, the Red Art Games, this is one the game they're publishing for the Switch, so good on them. So yeah, I'm glad
I love shooters, so I just haven't gotten around to playing this one just yet. But yeah, when you hand it to me, first I was like, God, that sounds so familiar. Yeah, and then so I'm looking forward to playing it.
Very cool, very cool. All right, next game here, I got the Suikoden collection of the first 2 games.
Right.
Yeah, so this game, they've been teasing this for like almost 3 years before it finally came out, it seems. It should have came out a couple years ago, but I don't know why they were waiting so long. Yeah, it's you get Suikoden Part 1 and 2, and the reason I got this is because I just wanted to go through the games again, just a reason to go through them again.
Well, they're very expensive on the PlayStation 1 if you're trying to get a physical version.
Yeah, especially Part 2, still to this day. There wasn't that many copies of that, that sold like well, so there's just kind of limited. Yeah, I just went through all the games about a month ago. Had a great time playing it again because I just realized playing these games again, I only beat the series once on my original PlayStation, and then I would go back to certain save points and relive certain memories of the game. I never replayed the games all the way through. I did this. Has some features where you can speed up battles, which is
That's
great.
really nice.
You know. But yeah, I had a great time with it, man. And I think this is just the step one of them bringing the series back. They're going to probably, I think, do part 3 and 4, and hopefully 5.
That's when I initially jumped into this series because I had a PS2 and I. So it was a third one when I jumped in, and it was just like, oh my god, what am I? Because I wasn't familiar with it at all at the time. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. I love that game. It's massive though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
very cool. Man.
Huh? Okay, awesome. All right, next up for me. So I picked this up. I literally just picked this up like about a week ago. So the Metal Slug Tactics game. This is a game that's been on my radar for a while. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh, that sounds like it might be a lot of fun. Oh, wow. Metal Slug is a run and gun shooter, and when they announced that they're going to do a turn-based tactics game, I was like, that might be kind of interesting. And I've heard really good things about it. I've heard that it's a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to playing this.
Yeah, I'm probably going to try this out, too. I'm just hoping that this will be popular enough to bring a resurgence, because I want another run and gun Metal Slug game.
That's true. I think, probably a lot of people were kind of surprised. It's like, why not just do another Metal Slug proper game? But also, too, from what I've heard, that this does, like, it has all the different characters, and it takes, it looks like Metal Slug. It just happens to be a turn-based tactics game. So, to be honest, the reason why I haven't jumped in it just yet, because I was finishing up Sea of Stars.
Gotcha.
But this is going to be one of them I'm going to fire up very soon.
Very cool, man. Very cool. All right, so at the what was the? I just forgot the expo. The Game On Expo we just got back from.
Yes.
Remember when you asked us what game did we get at the show, and I was on. Well, the game I meant to, because in that video I showed off Gauntlet Legends for the PS1, but unfortunately in that video I didn't know I already had it because it wasn't in my Game Eye app, so I didn't do it properly. The game I wanted to show you guys though was Gauntlet Dark Legacy for the Game Boy Advance. Not the best version of the game, but still pretty cool. They made it for the Game Boy Advance, so I decided to pick it up, and that's the one I meant to show in that video.
Oh, okay.
Which is hilarious. But it was the guy had it for a good price. I asked him if he wanted to do a trade, and then we did a trade for it. So really cool, and he was happy and everything.
And the box is decent too.
Yeah. I just it's just Game Boy Advance games in boxes is kind of like very like come buy them now these days because they're so expensive. So luckily I got that for a trade and everything, and it's just kind of cool to have it on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, next up for me is a donation from Andrew. He reached out to me, a fan of the show, and asked me if I had this game in the collection. I didn't actually, and I've never played it. It's Prince of Persia 3D. So what's interesting about this game, and he sent it to me, he's like, I'll donate to the collection. It's the third in the original trilogy. So basically, the original that started like in 1989 or something like that. It's a 2D platforming game. This is the first time that they actually took it to 3D. And while this is an early 3D game, right? So people were...
I think this one came out on Dreamcast too.
Oh, I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I think so.
And this is an early 3D game, and so people were like, it's a little rough around the edges. However, and I think that this is panned. What's interesting about it, though, is that it really turned into the Sands of Time. So, and that's where suddenly, several years later, they brought out Sands of Time, and people were like, oh my gosh, this is what this game should have been, right?
Okay, yeah.
So just a little interesting piece of history, and like I said, didn't have it in the collection, and
is that the princess you're supposed to rescue in the game?
I suspect so.
And it make her look like evil right there in the way. Maybe she's trying to look seductive. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
that's the 3D from back in the day. You can't tell face expressions sometimes.
So,
but cool.
But a big box PC game that supports the 3D effects. So
there you go. Right on, man.
Yeah.
All right. So how many do you have left?
I just have one left.
I got 4. Let's do 3 real fast. So first game here, Sky Racket for the Switch. This is a horizontal shoot 'em up game where you hit like a ball. Well, Yeah, I guess you call it a shoot 'em up.
Tennis racket.
Yeah, use tennis racket to hit the ball back into your enemies and verse blocks and everything. It's a really cool like gimmick to a shoot 'em up. You know, I don't know if a lot of people know about this game.
No,
but
I don't think anyone knows about this game except for you. That's so funny.
I know, right? But you know, I was having a good time with it. You know, I think it's pretty cool. Thankfully, it's 2 players too, so two players could jump in on the action and everything. But yeah, just another cool shoot 'em up type game out there.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah.
I want
And
to check
then
it out.
next I have here is Blockids for PS1. I was kind of looking for some of the last games released for the PS1, and this was one of them that I didn't know about. So basically, it's like what do you call that series where you bought Alleyway? It's like Alleyway where you bought the ball back.
Yeah. Okay.
But what's cool about this game is that you could like change the angle of the game. You could do it like the camera angle right behind the line that you're using to bounce the paddle. You could like have it follow the ball. Like it's just cool how you can do different camera. You can do 3 different camera angles for this game, which is really cool. So,
dude, I want to try this.
Yeah. I love finding like the later releases for systems.
And I'm actually a sucker for breakout style games.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved them as a kid, but also they're just kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely. And I'm surprised I didn't know about this game.
I was like,
dude. And then here is one more item in the Blitz. I got Popslinger, the vinyl myself.
Oh, okay.
Last video, you got the test album, and I got that.
I could see where the soundtrack is probably the better part of that game.
Right on.
I mean, the game itself is pretty simple and
Yeah.
basic, but the soundtrack really stood out. Actually.
Yeah, it did, man. So happy to have this from Video Games New York.
We're gonna be bumping that after we film this.
Right on. All right, so what do you have, brother?
My last one is DoDonPachi Resurrection, and
Nice,
so this is like a little collector's edition here. I want to say I originally got this shooter on like the Xbox 360 maybe or something.
So that's the deluxe. Yeah, that's the deluxe one.
There's a bunch of DoDonPachi games.
There is. Yeah. So
yes, but this is a Japanese shooter. These are just
by Cave.
Yep, by Cave.
Yep.
And they make fantastic shoot 'em ups, and so this is a collector's edition here with a bunch of extra stuff.
Right on.
And it's the Japanese version. So, but it's the type of game where you don't need to know Japanese.
Yeah, DoDonPachi games are really fun. You know, they're not too hard. I mean, they are bullet hells, but they're like really fun bullet hells that you like, really get into.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Cave games I think are some of my favorite bullet hells.
Oh,
games.
100%, man. Always well done. Always. The newer ones are always unique to each other. So yeah, I'm glad you got this. I actually got this about a year ago, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it again. Playing it again. So,
okay, yeah,
very cool, man.
Yeah.
You're the shoot 'em ups, man.
I know. I've been getting a lot of shoot 'em ups lately.
All right, so my last item here
is a book.
You can say it's a book.
It looks like a book.
Well, let me flip it over to the right side. There we go. Open it up. Echoes of the Unread. For the Nintendo system. This is a prototype. Yeah, this is a new game coming out. And they sent me a prototype.
Megacat Studios.
Yeah, Megacat Studios. Okay. So I was like, dude, this is cool. Now, not only is this thing cool, you know what I mean? Because I like how they did the book, but the game reminds me of Esper Dreams Part 2 on the NES or Famicom, whatever you played it on. There's a girl, she gets stuck in her school. Like at night, and it's kind of like it'll remind you of Macaulay Culkin's The Page Master, but she basically like dives into these books and goes through stories and things like that. So it's pretty cool. And I don't know if the game was out yet, but you know it's it's coming out soon. So
I like their Megacat Studios has been doing really cool new games for retro systems for a while now.
Yeah. To really stand out. So yeah, if you like NES games, make sure you check out Megacat Studios. There'll be more information on the website about it. But
this is pretty cool. I mean, this book here and the prototype. Yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, awesome, man. So yeah.
Okay.
And that is all I have. I think we're done, man.
We mixed it up quite a bit in here. I had a little bit of everything, even some hardware and stuff. So that was fun. So where can people find you on the internet, dude?
The Radical one. Also, you can check me out on the PlayStation Ain't Dead podcast. And another shout out to Grailbound Games. Doing a good job, man.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and take care.